Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. You guys did like my glam formation last time that I did glam one of my other friends. So this is my other friend that I'm gonna do a glam on. She really doesn't like makeup, but I pretty much made her do this video. So you guys wouldn't watch this video, then just keep on watching. Please don't forget to subscribe to my channel and hit that ring notification to get notified when I upload new videos. Well, first we're going to go by moisturizing the face. I'm using this Bioderma Moisturizer. I forgot the name of it, but I will leave all the products I'm using down below. And I'm just going to put it on this oval brush. I don't like touching my client's face when I'm applying any moisturizers or primers just because I don't want to transfer my oils to her skin. So using a brush is a really good technique when you don't have to use your fingers, and obviously it's for sanitary reasons. For brows, I'm going to be going into this Anastasia Beverly Hills Dual Brow Powder in the shade Chocolate. It's a little powders that come like in a little small compact. And it has a warm shade and it has like a more like a neutral ashy shade just to make the ombre brow. So I'm just going to be mixing those two colors together and just shading in her brow. I'm not going to change her brow shape. I'm just going to go with her brow shape just because she's not very into sharp, dramatic brows, even though I did give them to her. So I'm just going to be brushing the color in to her hairs because she doesn't have a lot of hair. So I'm brushing the powder into her skin and making the hairs blend would look a little bit more seamless and not so like drawn on. Then I'm going to be going into this Wet n Wild palette. This is not a basic peach. And I'm going to be grabbing that transition shade. This is more like a bone color. This I'm just going to be using to put it all over the lid to set the concealer I did apply to her lids just to clean up her brow. And I do use concealer as primer just because I like the way it looks because it does cancel the discoloration. And it does give you more like a blank canvas to blend your shadows onto the lid. So I'm going to be going back into this Wet n Wild Naughty Basic Peach palette and grabbing that orange shade that I'm pointing at, and this is going to be acting as my transition shade. I do want a very warm, like smoky, summery eye because she is very tan. She's very tan in complexion than me, so these colors will look very beautiful on her eye. So I'm just going to be blending this into her crease all the way to the inner part, from outer part to inner part in circular motions and windshield wiper motions as well to make it be very seamless because you don't want this color to be very harsh. Then I'm going to be going back into that Wet n Wild palette again and grabbing that burnt like a brick red shade, and this is going to be like darkening the eye look and giving more depth to the eye. So I'm just going to be starting off with a Morphe M200 brush, and I'm going to be starting off in the outer corner and slowly dragging it in. You don't want to drag it in so much because you are going to close off the eye, and because her eyelids and her eye space is very little, you are going to make her eyes look smaller. So I do recommend sitting more to the outer edge of the eye to make her eye appear a little bit larger. Then going back into that same Wet n Wild palette, I'm grabbing the dark brown. I'm just going to be giving a little bit depth to her outer part of the eye just because she never really wears eyeshadow, and I do want the eyes to be the focus of this look. Obviously I'm going to be going in with a dramatic lip, so I do want the eyes to be very smoky. As you guys could tell, I'm just patting it in the outer part of the lid and blending it a little by little to the crease and not so much in the inner part of the eye because you do want her eye look to look a little bit more open and not closed off. And when you do apply darker shadows to the eye and inner part of the eye, you are closing the eye off. As you guys know, darker shadows do give more depth in anywhere in your face, so I do recommend not to going all the way into the eye. Now I'm going to be applying this shimmer shade that I'm pointing at. I did wet my brush, but I really wasn't liking the pigmentation from it. Obviously this is the first time I do use this Wet n Wild palette. I do love Wet n Wild a lot, but the shimmer was not picking up on me or my liking. So I did go in with a brush, but then I did it with my fingers. So I really wasn't liking it. Like it wasn't sticking. It was very chalky. So I am going to be going back into another palette. This is my Too Faced chocolate palette. I have not used this palette in a while. If you guys follow me, you guys do remember that I used to love this palette. This palette was the SHIT back then. So I'm just going to be applying a shimmer champagne shade that's in there that I love very much. And I'm just going to be applying it with my finger just because I did apply the other shadow on it. So I just wanted to stick on top of the shade. So I do regret applying the other shade, but it's to makeup, guys. Just fun and games. So I'm just going to be applying a little bit of liner. I'm not going to be doing no wing liner. Just going to be doing a small wing liner on top. I mean, not a wing liner. I'm just going to be doing like a little small liner on top just to create a base for the lashes. She did let me apply lashes, so she's going to look very different. She never wears makeup. That's why I did want to do this video with her. So I'm just going to be using my NYC Liquid Liner. You guys know I love that liquid liner. I'm going to be using this foundation by LA Girl. This is the Pro Matte Foundation. I've been wanting to try this foundation, but I never find my shade. Their shade range is not very that good. So I'm using the shade Cafe, which is the perfect match for her. As you guys can tell, her face is a little bit darker than her body, so I do like matching her body instead of her face. You guys do have to be careful when matching yourself with foundations. You don't want to match your face all the time. If I do recommend, I recommend matching your neck area or your jawline area, because sometimes your body could be lighter than your face. Like my body is a little bit lighter than my face, and that's her condition as well. Her face is a little bit darker than her body, so I do like to match her body. Now I'm going to be going in with concealer. This is the LA Girl Pro Concealer, which everybody loves, in the shade Neutral Medium, I believe. I will leave everything down below because you're interested. So I'm just going to be concealing and highlighting her face. She doesn't know what the heck I'm doing. She's like, why are you putting so much concealer in my face? So she's just looking in the viewfinder and seeing what the hell I'm doing. So I'm just going to be applying it to her high points of her face where I want to bring out, which is just under her eyes, the chin area, the nose, and the forehead. And I'm just going to be using the brush that it comes with. Then I'm going to be going into a more free synthetic brush and blending the eye area out. My clients, I'm not really a big fan of using sponges. I do use sponges sometimes because it makes it faster, but I do recommend using like a synthetic sponge on clients just because it's softer and you don't want to tug so much on the under eye area. Obviously, you have more confidence on blending under eye concealer with the sponge on yourself, but on clients I do recommend using a synthetic small brush, and it's actually easier because you do blend it into all those fine lines that some of your clients do have. Now I'm going to be concealing, no, I'm lying. I'm going to be baking and setting the concealer. I'm using my Covergirl loose powder. She is a little bit dry, so I am going to be using the Covergirl powder just because it does have a little bit of shimmer, so it's going to give her more like an luminous look. I'm not going to be going into like Coty Airspun or anything. Then I'm going to be applying a little bit of LA Girl Pro Matte powder just to set her foundation, just because it is a liquid. But I'm not going to be applying a lot of powder, just setting it and blending that translucent powder into her skin as well. As you guys can tell, I just did apply a little bit of powder, and I'm just patting it all over the face just to set the liquid, just so the liquid won't move around. Now I'm going to be going back into the same powder, that LA Girl Pro Matte Powder. This is in a darker shade. This is Warm Caramel. I'm going to be using this to bronze her skin. I'm just going to be bronzing where the high points of your face are and where naturally the sun hits you, which is pretty much the size of your forehead and the center. No, do not apply the center of the forehead. And your cheekbones, obviously. I'm going to be applying it to the jawline area just because I hate the way that looks. It looks very muddy. So I'm just going to be bronzing her cheekbones and the sides of her forehead just to add depth back to her skin. She doesn't know what the heck I'm doing. She just sees brushes and makeup going on her face. So she's just like looking at the viewfinder. If you guys see her looking like another way, she's just looking at my viewfinder. And then I'm going to be going into a Kat Von D contour palette and grabbing that shade in the middle just to chisel out her cheeks a little bit more and give her more depth in that cheekbone, just because I do want those cheekbones to pop. Now I'm just going to be grabbing a little bit of that Covergirl translucent powder and cutting her cheeks. I'm just going to give her a little beard for a second. She was looking at it because she doesn't know what the heck I was doing. I know I already repeat that, but she doesn't really wear makeup, so she was just like amazed at everything I was doing. And then I was trying to make her model, but she wasn't like really into it because she's not really like a girly girl. She's more like tomboyish. So it was freaking hilarious when I was doing her makeup. She doesn't like makeup, but she corrects me all the time. Now I'm going to be going into highlighting her cheekbones. I'm just going to make her look like a glowing goddess. I'm grabbing this Precious Petals Wet n Wild highlighter and my Morphe M501. You guys know I love this brush to highlight. So I'm just going to be applying it to the high points of her cheekbones just to give her that luminous look and not make her skin look so dry. As guys did. I did tell you guys that she was a little bit dry, so giving her a little bit more luminous will make her look skin a little bit more healthy and glowy and not so matte, because I did use a matte foundation on her. And I'm going into this BH Cosmetics Nude Blush Palette. I'm grabbing the shade that I'm pointing at. It's more like an orange terracotta look. Blush. So I'm just going to be applying this to the tops of her cheekbones and blending it back. I don't put it on the apples of the cheekbones just because that's going to make your face look white, like a little bit more chubby and fatter. So if you are more like a plus size girl, I do recommend just putting it on the backs of cheekbones, like normally where your contour's at, right there, and it will chisel out your face a little bit more and not make it look so round if you put it on the apples of your on your face. Cheeks. And then I'm just going to be applying the same colors I applied on the top into the bottom, just smoking it out and making it look very smoky. As you guys could tell, she didn't like this part, but I'm just going to be blending those shades in there. And then this is where I apply the darker brown as well, just to make it a little bit more smoky. I'm not going to be applying no liner, but just because she doesn't like nothing in her waterline. So I'm just going to be making it a little bit smoky and blend it, just so it could look very sultry eyes. Then I'm going to be applying the L'Oreal Voluminous Carbon Black Mascara to her lower and top lashes. I told her to apply her own mascara, but she didn't know how. So I'm just going to be applying it for her. Just recommend to use soft hand, just because you don't want to poke your client's eyes. I normally let them apply their mascara, but a lot of people don't know how to apply mascara, so I do it myself. So this is where I'm going to be applying a little bit of setting spray, just to melt all the powders I did use on her skin, just so you can look, again, so she won't look so matte, because she is a dry person. So I'm applying a little bit of Rose Water by Badescu, and then I was applying this Soft Matte Cream by NYX. It was like a pink shade, and I did not like it. So this is where I go with my Colourpop iluvsarahi satin lip gloss. I think it is. I think it's in the shade 951, and I'm not mistaken. I will leave the right shade down below. And I'm just going to be applying this all over the lips. It's more like a cute pinky nude. And then on top, I will be applying the same Colourpop X iluvsarahi gloss in the shade Curvy. Well guys, this is the final look. I hope you guys enjoy watching this tutorial. Please don't forget to subscribe to my channel and like this video, and leave me comments down below on what videos would you like to see next. Also, all the products used in this video will be down below. Also, it's on social media, so you guys can follow me there. Thank you guys so much for watching this video, and I'll see you guys in my next one. Bye guys.